What's going on, guys? It's me, JV, coming to you live this Monday afternoon. Today is December the 30th. It is actually my birthday today. I am a proud, not so proud 46-year-old man at this point officially. I have turned 46 years of age, and I am celebrating my birthday later on tonight at a very fancy restaurant, probably overpriced, disgusting food restaurant here in Insurgentes, which is like the second most popular avenue, probably next to Reforma in the entire city. So I'll be partying, well, not partying, just going on a date and celebrating my 46th birthday, eating dinner here. And yes, I am back in Mexico City, by the way. The last video that I recorded, I was down in Querétaro. I never said that Querétaro is an overly dangerous city. All I said is that Querétaro is getting more dangerous than it usually was. Querétaro was probably one of the most safest, quietest cities in the entire country, and even the state as well. But now it's getting violent. I mean, that's all I said. I never said that Querétaro is an overly violent city, by no means. I was there for about 8 hours on Saturday, and I didn't see absolutely nothing. No nefarious activity, no threatening behavior by anybody. It was a very chill, very quiet afternoon. As a matter of fact, I think it was a very boring city overall. But anyway, I digress. And yes, I'm wearing my hoodie, my LA Rams hoodie that I got for Christmas, as the Rams have officially clinched the playoff spot with the Washington victory over the Atlanta Falcons last night. So the Rams are going back to the postseason for the third time in the last 4 seasons. So the Rams continue to basically outperform their expectations. They're overperforming, basically is what I'm trying to say. Unlike the San Francisco 49ers, who were supposed to win 15 games this season and win the Super Bowl. Fucking losers haven't won shit since the middle of the 90s, and yet people continue to give them props. What an overrated franchise, the 49ers. But anyway, the topic of discussion on this Monday night before I head out is because I got a couple of messages from guys that wanted me to talk, for whatever reason, I don't know why, but they wanted me to talk about the dating scene once again, even though I've talked about a couple of other videos in the past and how I think that it's a very straightforward and it's a very cut and dry industry. Regarding the success or failure that you may have if you're a single guy and you're trying to approach women in order to find a girlfriend or get into a relationship and stuff. And I'm gonna be very, very blunt and very honest, and this is my opinion for whatever it's worth. But let me tell you something. It comes down to one thing. If you are an ugly looking guy who happens to be short, who happens to be overweight, who happens to be bald, who happens to have a glitch on his right side of his face or left side of his face, or if you happen to have big ears like this, my advice would be to not even try to do cold approach with women. And let me explain what I mean. Women want guys that have value, right? Put yourself in the shoes of the woman. You're walking down the street, you're a woman, you're walking down the street, you're going about your business, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, here comes an ugly looking guy, a guy that has absolutely no value to offer. At a glance, you're going to be like, why is this guy approaching me? Why would I want to go out with him on a date? Why would I want to exchange contact information if the guy looks the way that he does? He brings no value to the table. You got to put yourself in the shoes of the woman, first of all. And second of all, if you think that a guru, a coaching guru, a guy that thinks that he can turn, stones into roses just because he happens to have a great sense of how to speak to women and how to be smooth, and he can read body languages, and he can sense whether or not a female is available or not. It doesn't matter, man. he's not going to be able to repair your looks. And if he's not able to repair your looks, then you know what? He's ripping you off. You're just basically handing him money. You're handing this scammer, this guy, this lowlife who probably doesn't have any other skill set but to take money away from poor black-pilled individuals that don't have a chance with women. He's just basically going to take your money away. It's that simple. Unless he can absolutely magically transform your physical appearance and all of a sudden you can become Hercules with a overwhelming package, if you know what I mean. Unless he's able to do that, then I think you're wasting your time and you're giving money away to that individual. You're basically throwing money away. So my advice to an ugly guy would be this. First of all, the way you meet women is through social circles. I think that's your best chance. If you have family members, if you have friends that know some girls that might be single, I think that's the best way to meet women, because all of a sudden, instead of doing a cold approach to and approaching a girl in public, all of a sudden it would be a much warmer approach, right? She would know. She would be like, well, this guy knows my friend or my family or my cousin or whatever, so I might give him an opportunity because I'm single and he's attracted to me, so therefore I might give him an opportunity even though he may not be my cup of tea, but because, he knows we have a mutual friend, or we have a family member that knows him or knows me, I might give him an opportunity. So that would be the first, I think, the best way to go about meeting women. Tomorrow, by the way, is obviously New Year's Eve. So tomorrow there's going to be a lot of New Year's Eve parties all over the world. Doesn't matter where you are. That's the perfect spot right there to meet women. There's going to be alcohol involved. Like I mentioned, you're probably going to know somebody there in the party that knows the girl that you might be attracted to. That's the best way to go about it. If you're a fat and ugly looking guy who happens to be short, that would be my advice to you. The other avenue would probably be just to pay escorts, but I would never do that. Even though I've done it myself, I did it about 21 years ago, and I haven't done it since. But I think that's just a waste of money also. I mean, you're just not going to get anything aside from, instant pleasure, but it's instant gratification. But I mean, it's not going to last very long. You're not really going to build any type of relationship that way. So my advice would be to just simply find women through social circles, through mutual friends. That's your only chance, man. That's your only option. Because if you're trying to hire some guru that is going to teach you how to meet women, attractive women out in public, and cold approaching women, knowing that you really don't bring any value to the table, then to me that's just a complete waste of time and money. So if you're an ugly looking guy, that would be the advice that I would give. Anyway, just wanted to briefly give my advice, my opinion, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your Monday afternoon. Have a great New Year's Eve. Have a prosperous New Year's 2025. And I will catch you on the next video. And by the way, if you post any negative comments, I will immediately delete them. So don't even waste your time.